Hey YouTube, continuing my dust push here. Dust to ELO push, I'll call it. Gligar Annihilape Lantern, 2847. Again, I just think it's kind this. We'll go over this one if I hit legend this, but it feels like it's cheating just to build meta Pokemon in a cup where not everyone's gonna have meta Pokemon. That being said, I've pretty much only seen meta Pokemon. I have not really seen anything super off-brand. I saw like one or two like spice picks, but I think those were like legends or those who've already hit legends. Every single other person is using just meta Pokemon. It's a lot of like I got Gligar, Annihilape Lantern, Mandibuzz, Wigglytuff, Mantines everywhere. So it's truly just some Shadow Whiscash, Skarmory, and Empoleon. It's truly just Open Great League. And whoever is lucky enough or to have built their stuff up anyways this season, or if you're like me and you just have the dust, you could build it up. One thing I do want to, someone, it's so funny. Someone asked me, oh, you're a free-to-play player, but you have 14 million dust. Are you cheating? And someone's like, just show them your stats for GBL. And I've played GBL since season 1, and I played every single set, every single day since season 1, and I have made 52 million dust in GBL so far. So the question is, how do I only have 14 million when I've made 52 million here? It's because I spend a lot building up Pokemon. So yeah, I have the dust because I play GBL every single day, and you can, when you hit Legend every single season, you're getting like at least 3 to 4 times dust. You're getting like 3,600 minimum plus 4,000. 4,500, that's 7,000 a set, 5 sets a day, 35,000 dust right there, added up for the entire season, and it really adds up. But let's look at some battles. Not a good lead. Mantine is the trickiest one for Gligar. Gligar, I mean, there's obviously tougher, like ice and stuff, which you'll see a couple of those, but like Mantine with Ice Beam, just so spammy and so bulky, taking these air releases, no problem. Have to respect it. And I get baited. So this is already a bad situation, except for that they just made it very obvious that the second one. I'm surprised they didn't like go and bait a second time. So that's just an obvious that they're going to do it. They're still going to win though, right? Because they're going to outbulk me, and we both have wing attack air lace, so they just will outbulk me. I will win CMP though, so now it's their decision. Do they want to shield and take switch or let it go? And they decide to let it go. Out comes Empoleon. You know what, there's a argument to be made that I should leave because I have 2 answers for it, but because Lantern just absolutely walls this thing, I felt like it was just better to take that. Out comes Reggie, so they're double weak to fighting. If you are going to use a team that is double weak to fighting, you need to draw out one of those Pokemon. Actually, double weak to fighting, double weak to ground. So, like you need to try and draw out the Annihilape. You need to try and draw out a Whiscash. Which would still cause Gligar a little problems on, or no, it would not cause, sorry, that's why you have Mantine on the lead. It would not cause Mantine problems. But yeah, now leaving your back Pokemon just very vulnerable to my team. I shielded because I knew I could get to a Shadow Ball, force a shield back here, or dump energy, and I don't need to worry about energy on the Lantern coming from Empoleon anyway, so take that. Easy, just Spark down at this point, yeah. So good lead here. There's your Annihilape. That's met with Gligar. Again, this is just a very meta league. The question is, can you go anywhere from here? And I am going to go into Lantern, which is interesting. The thing is, like, you'll outpace to the Surf 6 versus like 7 or I think 7 for dig, 8 for dig. So if I land it, now I can potentially just shield the dig and just farm down. And the wing attacks are resisted, so I don't need to worry about those. So now I just get the full farm down. So if the Annihilape comes back in, Gligar has energy, this has energy. Basically, Spark and 2 Surfs will take out the Annihilape. So I'm not super worried about that. Here comes the first Surf. Here comes the second Surf, if the game doesn't lag me out here. I feel like it's improved a bit, the lag. I don't know if they've updated it or something, but I have noticed it. I still get it, but I'm not getting it as bad as I was earlier. So maybe they've updated it a bit. Maybe I've just been lucky. I will show a potential Shadow Ball because I feel like Gligar is still just pretty strong. And hello, Carbink. I'll get off probably. I'll be interested to see if I just go straight away. Yeah. Because I think the only thing I'm sort of worried about is letting them farm a lot with Rock Throw, which is neutral, and then having like a Moonblast. So if I come out here, take the resisted moves, I can do a ton of damage. They have to get to the Moonblast and throw it, and then by that time, I'll have a ton of energy. I'll have like an energy advantage on my Gligar here. So it's just farming up a bit more. Don't get caught. That's not, yeah, that's down. Dig is down there, and it's not Air Release. And now I just farm down for the win. Sorry, I'm still stuffed up. Which is actually, I'll talk about it in a second. So this is, again, what is probably going to be a super easy catch. CMP here, that's fine. I'll shield. They'll likely shield. And then I'll probably do 5 wing attacks and go catch on a Lantern here. So you've probably heard me cough a few times in the past few videos. I've had this like super deep chest cough. I'm now on a puffer for it. So I feel like the cough is getting better, my chest is getting better, but it's now worked its way out to like a full-blown cold. So like I'm very, very stuffed up. Just this is, I used to never get sick. I used to never, ever, ever get sick. In fact, I used to make jokes about it at work. Like I don't worry about jinxing myself because I can never get sick. I've never taken a sick day. And now it's just like freaking germs coming home from school, and it's just like anyways, take the resistant move, farm down, come out with some energy. Feraligatr comes back in, but now because I've already caught their move and I'm so loaded, they're in a big trouble here. So I may just go for the farm down. If do get the farm down. What's in the back? Clodsire, which is really tough. I do land one. Can I get to a second one? Am I gonna try and catch? I'm baiting. Am I baiting? How much energy, how much health do they have left, and how much of a shield do they have? They let it go, and I think I figured that it's low enough that it won't matter. If they let it go, that's why. Like if they let it go, it's basically just like, yeah, counter whatever range. Aurorus, there's one of your first ice. I end up seeing a lot of ice with Gligar on the lead. Come in here, hit with the Tentacruel. I will be able to get a Shadow Ball off. But if they shield, they do not shield. I'll probably shield and fight for switch. Yeah, why wouldn't you when you have an Aurorus that's aligned on your Gligar? They do just Acid Spray, which is unfortunate. Okay, Dugong, that's okay. So double ice is not okay because that makes Gligar 100% useless. So I would not be surprised if I just sacrifice. I'm in a tricky spot here because I need to sacrifice Gligar, but I don't want to have my Lantern just switch, like no reset for what it could be a Icy Wind on my Lantern here. So I take the first move, come in here. I think I'm like, maybe they'll bait me with Icy Wind. And they drill run me. So I call the bait wrong twice because then I'm like, okay, they're going to Meteor Beam me here and take me out, but then they bait here and I'm just like, ah. So I lost this one calling, not shielding the drill run and then calling this wrong bait here coming up here. So they Weather Ball me and then like that sucks. And then they Meteor Beam me. Double Ice is a very tough lineup when you have Gligar on the lead. So not too much I could do, but mirror match here. So you just got to go again with my crap IVs that I'm just using. They're this cup. I feel like I should win CMP the majority of the time if people are using proper IVs. So I would not be surprised if I win CMP here. Let this go. And they catch on a Feraligatr, so that's not bad. I can just come in and spark the rest of the way. Or I'm going to get ahead on energy first. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine too. Just getting ahead on energy so I can get to the Air Release again, and then coming in here and just absorbing the Hydro Cannon. which from a Shadow Feraligatr still really hurts, and they're going to get a second one off, so maybe I should have just come in right away. Because now, well, I mean, I don't think they can air lace. They're Shadow, so maybe they can. But they come in their own Lantern. So very, very close teams. This is tricky. They got a flyer on the front. This will still hurt though, so I don't want to just get wing attack down. And I try and catch, but now they could probably just wing attack me down and come out with a bunch of energy, energy here. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Oh, they dumped some energy. I don't know if they should have dumped there. Back to back. I'll probably just throw this Ice Punch immediately. The reason I'm running Ice Punch is because I'm using Annihilape here as a safe swap, and so if I see a Mandibuzz, I need something to throw at it. And now the Lantern, and the question is, will their Thunderbolt take me out here before I get to the Shadow Ball? So, will this take me out? It does not. Annihilape is pretty strong. Take them out there for the win. Still 7 minutes of battles. Holy smokes. Okay. Wing attack. Sky attack. No. Wing attack. Aerial Ace. I'll grab one shield depending if the game. I remember I went against 2 Dragonites, and it depends if whether the game lags or not. Because one time it lagged. I think I let this go, and I live. And this one, okay, this one did not lag. This is what happens when you don't lag. You get the second Aerial Ace off. The other time they just like took me out immediately. So they're up a shield. I'm up a shield, and they clearly don't have an amazing answer for Lantern. This is a decent answer. Maybe I should have gone Thunderbolt here. Thunderbolt won't take out, but then it's Thunderbolt Spark as opposed to maybe having to throw another move. And they beat me here too. Yeah. So maybe I should have just gone Thunderbolt because now we CMP. That's not great. And they shield. So once they shield here, I think I make the decision to shield back. So it's probably a water Pokemon. Like, why would you shield this scenario here? So I expect a water Pokemon, and it is an Empoleon. So this will one-shot here. Cast Form. I saw 2 of these freaking things against my Gligar, and I'm like, you really coming in with a Cast Form here? And then a Magcargo. So this is a spicy team. I don't want them to overheat me. They do just Rock to me, which is kind of annoying. I don't like Ice Punch. I really like. I mean, Ice Punch is nice, just for the flyers. Like having it against the Gligar, having it against the Mandibuzz, it is nice. But man, Night Slash is so much better in every other situation. I do flip switch. Here comes the Shadow Ball. I will get the Lantern on the Cast Form. They are just going to sacrifice this thing and just go 2 shield what's in the back, which is not a bad idea. I get taken down right before. Oh, no. And what's in the back? A double. So I've come in here knowing that I can just get my Lantern on the thing. But these body slams come very, very quick. So resisting double kick or not. Yes, double kick. If you saw my video yesterday afternoon, I showcased someone who had double, and I put counter in, and it took me 6 minutes into the video to recognize that. And so I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to get called out for this. So I grab a shield here, likely, because they're not going to let me just spark down their and then I get a surf off here, which is nice. The only thing is, so they show they're loaded. I feel like is this one of the losses? I know they have Thunder, and Thunder will chip. I'm hoping though. Oh yeah, I lose CMP. I remember what happens. They get the Thunder. I farm down completely, and then I lose CMP here to lose this match. I think. Pretty sure they take me out here. No, 1 HP. 1 HP. I remember that combo play. I remember losing CMP and being like, oh, did I just lose this match? So get this on the Skarmory. I'll probably just go straight Shadow Ball. It's already a Sky attack, so I got a shield. And Lantern. So hit him with the Shadow Ball, and then we'll just combo the rest of this. Okay, 3.5 minutes left. What should we talk about? We'll have one more video this afternoon, and that will be, I tried Tentacruel. So what happened was I got hit with a couple ice Pokemon. Like you saw Roarus, you saw Dugong. I get hit with this A-Sand/2. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll take Gligar out and I'll try Tentacruel. And I tried Tentacruel for like 3 matchups and it did not work. And then I put Gligar back in. No, I didn't. I put in Wiggly. So I went Lantern and I like Wiggly. And I'm still just at like 2830, 2840, somewhere in there. So that's where I am at the end of Wednesday? What's today? Wednesday, because we had the long weekend. So that's where I am as of Wednesday. You're watching this on Thursday, so I will run with that team, Annihilape, Lantern, Wiggly for the rest of today. And depending how I do with that team over this 25 matchups will then influence what I do Friday. So I got a range in mind of where I want to be after today. So I'm at 28, like 30, 20, 40. If I can get to like 29, 20, something like that, 29, 25, I'll probably play Catch Cup Friday morning to try and hit Legend. If I hit Legend, I'll showcase on Saturday. If for some reason I just go like mostly sideways or get to like 28, 75, I'll probably save my sets for Great League Open for the last week and then showcase my Great League team that I use Friday night on Saturday morning. So that's the plan. But what am I going to use in Great League Open? I'm going to use basically kind of what I used here. Like, it's this, add a few more Whiscash, a few more Skarmories, but there's not a huge difference, right? And that's why I think I can get away with, like, if I'm close to Legend, just pushing, because I can, like, hey, you don't think this team won't work in the Open? Like, of course it will work in the Open, because I basically just played the Open this week. Yeah, so that's the plan. And then next week, what days am I going to go to the office next week? Let me check. I think it'll be like a Monday. I got to go probably at least 3 times next week. What's today? Going in there. 24. What day is that? Friday? No, not going in there. Cancel this. Yeah, right now I have it 20. Do I have every single day? I'm trying to figure out when they're going to drop the news for next season. And they have been notorious for dropping it 2 days before the season for the last like 2 to 3 days. Because the last couple times it was like when I was in the office Tuesday, or was it Tuesday or Wednesday I was in the office? They either do it 2 or 3 days before. League turnover this date has been Friday for the last like 2 or 3 seasons now, but it's Saturday. Saturday is the 1st. So I think they'll turn it over on the 1st. And if they turn it over on the 1st, that means, which is a Saturday, it means either they're going to drop the news on the 29th, Wednesday the 29th, or Thursday the 30th. So I'm wondering if I should like try and front end my work so I'm home on the, I got to be home on the 31st. So I know that. I'm going to take one more. I'm going to do 3 office, 2 home. So I got to figure out whether I want to just make it on the 30th or the 29th and just like front end load it. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm not expecting much in terms of news, but I know people search for that news pretty quickly. So I want to try and be on it if I can be. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.